We're not.
Hold this meeting to order.
That hasn't been working, so we're on the Zoom and on YouTube, but it's not coming through the TV anymore. We have to work on fixing it. Yes,
All right, so
I'm here all week.
so they will need to recognize they are on the air now.
Yes, but
Okay.
we are live, so.
All right, even though it's not on the screen, folks, we are being broadcast. And so I tell everybody, keep that in mind, because whatever you say will live forever on the internet. And so just be conscious of that. And so with that, I think I would call to order the June meeting of the zoning board of appeals of the town of Pine Plains. Our agenda is relatively small tonight, very small tonight. We have one area variance from the Hages that I'll let them add to this, but my reading of it is that they're looking to put a garage in the front yard. So I think we don't have Drew, or do we? We don't have the ability to talk to Drew,
I
right?
gave him this Zoom invite, so thought he would maybe attend via Zoom, but he
All right.
wasn't,
I like to have Drew here because he's the one who's probably best at all of the rules and regulations, but my reading of the application is that at the present time, the zoning law as it's written does not allow the garage in the front yard. And the other part of the variance that would be required is the actual side yard setback. Because the way that the zoning law is written, side yard for, well, I don't know, maybe we changed that. It says in the book, a 15-foot minimum, but that may be for the principal dwelling. Storage buildings, we reduced. And so that's where I need Drew to check. I need Drew to check whether a garage as a secondary or as an accessory structure may have actually a smaller side yard. So the potential, I mean, the one that we know is a garage in the front yard. We have the potential to check that we may need a side yard variance if in fact that 15-foot side yard setback holds. Did anybody else see anything or have other questions? And with that, I would just ask, do you guys want to go through and tell us what you want to do? And
All right, if I talk?
sure.
Absolutely.
When I had discussed this with Drew, the information that he had provided was that for the side yard, the minimum would be 8 feet.
Okay,
Given that there's at least 20 feet on the other side of the house. And that's what I went by.
Yeah, I think it's a total amount of feet. So you could
Right.
actually be offset on one side and narrow on the other, as long as you meet the total
Correct.
requirements.
And that's my understanding.
okay,
And so, I had provided a spreadsheet
Yes.
with what I thought were some examples in the neighborhood. There are examples beyond the neighborhood through, the Pine Plains, residential area. And, what I did do is, I didn't make, more than, just an extra copy here for.
You know, it's in,
We have-
yeah,
Okay.
and I found it very helpful.
What I did do though is to show the actual measurements that I received by going to the GIS system.
yep,
Okay. In some cases. Here, this is on Ryan Road, I believe. Like, yes. The setback is 15 feet. Okay. And this is a building that is between the primary residence and the road. There's a second one on Ryan Road as well. Yeah. It's down closer to where Mr. Bodel has his tractor's housed. And this one is a 24-foot setback, but there again, it's in front of the house. I also came across an example on Musel Street 41, where there's a large structure in front of the trailer. So there have been, I assume, variances provided, or they predate the
Zoning,
the
yeah.
current zoning.
Predate.
Yeah. Along with that, you have the spreadsheet there that shows that even once the garage is built, the setback is going to be comparable to a number of properties. And I didn't want to, belabor the point, but those are some of the ones that I came up with. So
You have a hill in the back half of that property it just goes right up in the back half.
not where I live, no.
No, not on.
No,
No,
it's completely flat. This is the property right here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so from the house to the property line, not from the road, but to the property line here is 69 feet. Okay. Where we're suggesting that we would like to put the garage, it would be the distance of 26 feet. And that's, these comparisons here
Mhm.
are some of the other setbacks. With houses, they aren't all necessarily, other structures in front of the house, but I mean, I think that we have a significant setback as the house is on the property now. But all of this is flat property. It wouldn't be possible to build on what is the north side of the house. There just is not enough property. We have a leach field in the back of the house. Our well is over in this area, so we're really limited on where we could put it.
That's the only
Yeah.
place.
It really
The
is.
common-
Yeah.
I live back there also. I have the same problem. You have the wall in the front. You
Right.
have a leach field and then your septic in the back. You really don't. With a
Yeah,
half acre, there's really not enough room.
No,
Mhm.
and you don't currently have a building there now, do you?
no, there's nothing you can see.
There's nothing,
This
right?
is
It's
just-
okay.
I think this may not have been paved at the time, but
Okay.
we did get the driveway
Right.
paved. And the plan is to have the garage in line with the house. Okay, it's not gonna overlap the front of the building.
Mhm.
And I had gone over this with Drew. I don't know if you have any other questions?
No, I thought the spreadsheet you provided was fantastic in terms of what's happening in the neighborhood. I'm good with it.
Yeah, so our role tonight was really just to review, make sure that we had what we consider to be a complete application.
Mhm.
And whether anybody had any questions, needed more information. I can't remember, did you give us an illustration of what the garage is gonna look like?
I provided it to.
Where it's
Well,
gonna
no,
be.
that's
Right,
where it's
where it's
okay.
gonna be.
Yeah, I did provide it with the application for the building permit,
Okay,
and I do have, let me see. I have a copy here. So this is what was provided to me by the contractor, showing where the
The
foundation.
footings, yeah.
yeah.
This is the building itself, where the windows and doors are going to be. The height is 12 feet to the peak. It's going to be a little higher to the top of the roof. And then this is a proposed door that we were planning to use.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I would leave that with, because the only thing, I mean, this seems pretty straightforward. The only thing that we end up having to deal with is, I don't know whether you've talked to any of your neighbors, be a good idea to do so. If they come in and raise a lot of concerns, may take us some more discussion. If we don't hear anything, then we can just go with what we have.
mhm.
So
How long does that typically take to do?
if there's no issues, we'll have a public hearing at our next meeting. We have to advertise and notify your neighbors.
Okay.
And this one is one of the simple ones. Generally, doesn't happen in any other town like this, but I like to brag. it'll happen that night. So a month from now.
Okay,
Have you talked to any of your neighbors, Pete? Has anybody given
I've
you
talked-
any indication that there might be any pushback?
I wouldn't expect so, but I
Okay.
have talked to the neighbor right next door and
Right.
he's in favor of it. He's,
Okay.
he has no issues with it.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't know, how extensive the search would be to find, how large a neighborhood,
What's the radius?
canvassing.
250 or 500?
I believe it's 250.
250,
Yeah.
250 feet within you.
Okay,
And that would happen at the next meeting, like Scott said, so.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else? that you
No,
have
it's pretty
questions about?
straightforward and
Yeah.
unless anybody has any other questions.
I do
Yeah.
not.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate your consideration. I'll leave both of these with you.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect.
You're welcome.
And you could include those in your application, because, when you put your advertisement, somebody comes in, wants to see what it's gonna look like, make
Right.
sure they get the whole thing.
Look at the whole picture.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Schedule a site visit?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Yep, we'll be out, how soon before? If the hearing's at 7:30, we just do this
we
at
can do
7?
it 7.
We could do 7 o'clock.
We'll
They'll
do
be
a
light
site
outside.
view at 7.
In a month?
Yeah.
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 Can you stake it for us just to show us where it's gonna be? And
Fourth
then
Tuesday, 4 stakes where the
It'll
corners
be
are gonna be.
25th of July.
We'll come out before this. The public hearing will start at 7:30. If nobody shows up.
So we have eyes on what.
Yeah, it doesn't.
We wanted to.
That'll be.
It doesn't-
The doctor could use maybe
That's
a
right.
little shot of bourbon.
It'll make everything go really smooth.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you
guys.
very much. It was nice meeting you.
I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, I won't see you tomorrow, Dora. I'll see you on Friday. Maybe tomorrow? Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, our only other item is the approval of the May minutes. They were pretty short. Do you have any questions about those? Anybody need to take another look at them?
Nope.
Hearing none, is there a motion to approve
So
the
made.
minutes of May?
Seconded.
We have a motion and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor will say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed?
Nay.
Let's see, did we have anyone who wasn't in attendance who would
No,
abstain?
we're all here.
You're all here, all right. Okay, we're good.
Yeehaw.
That's all that I have for this evening and
Yee.
so, motion to adjourn.
So made.
Okay, a second, and then we vote with our feet.
All right.